ass podcast. Fuck ass podcast. Yeah. I really want the Galaxy S21. It's finally looking like specs on like an old Moto Z Force. Samsung's finally catching up with Motorola from 3 years ago. It's looking good. I want it. But I'm with Sprint. And if you upgrade your phone, you have to pay for like half of the motherfucker up front. And I'm like, hey man, how about that fucking, how about you do a lease, huh? Well, we can do a lease, but to keep it from being $30 a month, like, hey, how about you just make it $30 a month? I don't give a fuck. Let's go. Let's go. But no, I'm not paying that much up front. I don't know, man. I don't know what to do. It's sad. Because if we got new phones, like we can't, like, I'm not paying out a contract early again. That's just bullshit. That's a lot of extra money just to throw at somebody because you want to leave. Fuck that. Imagine if relationships, well, I mean, okay, wedding, marriage and shit. Okay, no, I mean like just dating. Just short-term dating. Want to break up early, you got to pay me $600. Like, oh, fuck you, really? Hey, man, you signed a contract. Like, oh, okay, then. I guess that's what we're doing. So, I'll be sticking with my current phone for a while. It's fine. It does what I want it to do. The Painful Maker, I put enforcement. I've never been to Planet Fitness, but I have a sticker. Fucking invisible friends, man. Must be nice to have invisible friends. I used to have invisible friends, I'm not gonna lie. I had invisible friends when I was a kid. Name was Jesus, name was God. Name is the Holy Spirit. I prayed to them. I pretended like they were listening. That dude's like, what the fuck, man? A bus. And I'm waiting for you, bus. Probably not the one he wants. I'm super nervous. I'm super fucking nervous. Tomorrow's moving day. From place A to place B. I had to call the gas company today because yesterday or the day before or whatever, I was telling Beth everything I had set up, and she's like, why do you have the gas getting set up? I'm like, I thought there was a gas range. She's like, no. And she like pulled the pictures up and just kind of showed me, like, oh, that's just like the one we have now. And she's like, yup. I'm like, oh, okay. So I called and was shutting it off, and he's like, oh, you can't shut the gas off, because if you got it, I'm like, no, but there's nothing there. I told him there's no utilities. I mean, nothing there uses gas. There's no, it's an electric stove, electric water heater. He's like, oh, well, let me just check. Like, I'm wrong. Like, you don't know what you're talking about. Let me just check the history. And he's like, oh, that hasn't had gas in many years. I'm like, because there's no gas appliances there. He's like, oh, okay, well, I'm not going to cancel it. I'm just going to postpone it. So if you find one, you can call. I'm like, okay, man, thanks. Thanks, buddy. Shit. Thanks, man. That's cool. I like water. Water is good. I feel like my stomach is still fucked up from I had Arby's last night. What's wrong with that guy? I had Arby's last night, and I swear to God, like I was 1/5 of the way through the French fries, and my stomach was already getting upset. Because I had some French, the way I always do it, is I ate French, like half of the French fries, then the sandwich, then the other half of the French fries. I don't know why. It's like, because I don't want to just, I don't know. That's just how I do it, okay? I was like 1/5 of the way through, not even halfway through. And my stomach was like instantly upset. Or actually, my stomach wasn't upset yet. I'm sorry. They just were gross. And then I ate the sandwich, and the sandwich was delicious. I love when because they trim the beef thin enough. Because if you trim it too thick, it's not right. And if you trim it too thin, it's weird. Like, too thin's better than too thick. It's just the texture's weird. But then I went to eat more fries, and it was just like my stomach was gonna puke. Like, I was like, okay, I'm not eating any more of those then. That's gross. It was bad. It was really bad. So I just threw out the rest of the fries. I'm like, fuck it. But I was already getting a stomach ache at that point, though, for sure. And then by the time I went to bed, I had it really bad. Not like I was gonna throw up, but like it was gonna go bad one way or another. And then when I woke up to piss in the middle of the night, because I'm an old man apparently, yeah, the stomach ache was like around my belly button. And then when I was driving to, I drove all over the place. I had nothing to say though. No mood to talk. Just wanted loud music. And it was the horrible pain was down in like my abdomen region, my lower abdomen. And I'm sure there's going to be a horrendous shit before too much longer. See, I've been doing the regular zoom or the regular camera or whatever, not widescreen. I haven't been using the wide angle lens. That's the word. I haven't been using the wide angle lens, and I've been watching the camera while I'm driving, and the point at which shit goes out of my field of vision on the left and right is pretty much, what the fuck? It's pretty much exactly the same as it goes out of the field of vision on my camera. So it feels better. The widescreen thing was just, the wide angle lens was weird because I could see shit straight up and I could see shit off to the sides that were way out of my field of vision, and it was just weird. And I know there's a software setting in there so it corrects the distortion from the wide angle lens, so I'm sure there's fuckery afoot. I mean, I saw a license plate a long time ago. Well, it wasn't. It was like last year. It was, know what I'm saying? It was NAMSAYN. Like, know what I'm saying? Know what I'm saying? I can't. I'm too white. I tried though. Know what I'm saying? Know what I'm saying? Way too white. I can try though. Last night or yesterday or whatever. Did I talk about this already? Oh, okay. That lane doesn't go away or anything, shit car. There was a post that was like, if you're white and you use GIF image, I say GIF, fuck you. If you're white and you use GIF images, GIF animations of people that are black or people of color or whatever, that's digital blackface and it's offensive. Like, go fuck yourself. It's so dumb. Really? I have to find a fucking reaction GIF that fits, and I have to only find white motherfuckers? Really? You can go fuck yourself. That's like, I have nothing to complain about, but I gotta find something because I want to complain, and that's where that shit comes in. You guys are crazy. What the fuck? It was just like, wow, I can't even. So dumb. So what I asked was, so if that's true, that must mean I can't listen to music that's made by anybody but white people. Because if I were listening to music made by Spanish people or Mexican people, or Spanish people or black people or Korean, if I listen to K-pop, I can't do any of that because that'll be like I'm that race now. And then someone might hear it and think, oh, I hear rap. That must be a black person. They're like, oh no, it's a white person. Oh no. He used audio blackface on me. Shut the fuck up. Dumb as fuck. I've asked a lot. I have friends that are black. I was asking around like, hey man, what do you think of this? And they're like, that's fucking stupid. I'm like, okay, cool. I asked Dre at work, what do you think? He's like, it's dumb as fuck. I don't give a shit. I'm like, okay, cool. Like nobody, I could not find one person that gives a fuck. But on that thread, sure enough, there were a couple people like, here's an article, and here's an article. Like, I personally don't care, but there's people out there that fuck off. I do not cater to batshit crazy people, nor do I give a fuck. I will wipe my dick on their foreheads after I masturbate. How about that? How about that? That's what I'll do. And I'll use every race but mine in reaction GIFs while I'm doing it. Okay? Okay. What do you think of that? That's what I say. Oh, fuck me. My stomach is extra mad. I had my normal amount of food, and then my coworker's like, hey, I got a thing here. I can get a second Blizzard for $1. And I'm like, oh, that sounds really good. He's like, you want it? I'm like, fuck yeah, I want it. So I was a 25-cent whore today. And he went down there and got that shit and gave it to me, and I shoved it down my gullet. And now my gut is hunger. My gut is angers. It's angers, bro. My gut mad, bro. Hey bro, don't use the black GIF, bro. You gotta only use white people GIFs, bro, because you're white people. White people. What I just said makes more sense than that fucking dumbass argument. Yep. That's what I think. Hey. I have noticed since COVID, a whole lot of people, there used to be gorgeous men and women, not just men or women, not just women or men too. Gorgeous people all over the place jogging. And since the COVID times, not so much. Almost nobody. It has been rather sad. It has been all the sadness. What the fuck was that? They got over, slowed down, and then they didn't turn, and then they got behind me. It is very strange. And now they're turning again. And now their turn signal is set to come back over. But they did turn left back there. Very strange. Okay, bye. I love you. I better get off. Fuck 'em all. Fuck 'em all. Fuck 'em all. Fuck 'em all.